Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospitals edition. All right, guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Let's get right into it. We start off with Alexis and Gregory. And let me tell you, I like these two. They don't show them that often, but I do like these two together. I think they have great chemistry. I like when they play veteran actors on the show. And so I enjoy seeing, Alexis and the romance going on with them. Now they're speaking about who won the bet, and he did win the bet. And they're also talking about Sasha, and he says, so one of your reporters was actually attacked by her, and she was like, he's a freelance for us, and she's not 100% sure that he didn't provoke Sasha. And so he's like, oh my gosh, you need to report it. And he gives reasons why it needs to be reported. And Alexis gave an impassionate speech.
In the span of a year, Sasha has overdosed. She's gotten clean. She's fallen in love. She's lost a child. She's gotten into a fatal car crash. She's relapsed. And she is still struggling with her mental health. So if we omit all of that and just print that she attacked a car with a valet sign, that's not showing respect to the fourth estate. It's character assassination disguised as journalism.
About why she wouldn't report this without having the full story. And the way she spoke and broke down what Sasha has been through in the past year, I don't know. I just really enjoyed their acting today on this soap. So I enjoyed these scenes with the two of them. And I don't know. I just look forward to more scenes between these two. It was really good. And he's actually going to help her work on a piece that they're going to do over Sasha. So then we see Cody and Britt, y'all. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I can't stand Cody. But I still think that passport thing was a sweet idea. But Britt was onto him. She said, how did you know I was going to be here? I'm not going to hold you on this so long. But she was like, how did you know I was going to be here? Are you paying someone to tell you when I'm here? Yes, he is. But this time he said, no, Maxie actually told me that you guys were having lunch here, a brunch here. And so on a whim, I said, I'm going to go for it. And he gives her the book, and he does tell her, try to keep an open mind about me. I know I was trying too hard, but he does want to date her. And she says, okay, I'll keep an open mind. And she agrees to go on one more date with him, especially after she saw the passport, it was corny, but it was cute and everything. Baby, we see the ladies of deception. And they are going over what has happened to Sasha, and Maxie and Brooklyn are like, let's do damage control because we don't want them people to think that deception is not, for mental health. And plus we want to spin it that it's a mental health issue because people will be more sensitive to it. So after Brooklyn leaves, Lucy says we need to really look at putting Sasha maybe on a sabbatical while she gets herself together, because in his business, it's not personal. And Maxie was like, all right, then after the years Sasha's had and all the things she's been through, you be the one to tell her that. And I think one of the reasons Lucy is like that is because, she had that conversation with Ms. Wood where she said, get Sasha in line. So then we see Samantha, who's needing help with Spinelli. She told him about the advice Felicia gave him. He's not paying attention to her because he's over there fuming about Cody and Britt going out, because he knows Cody is no good, and like he's twisted the algorithm so that he could date Britt and everything with society setups. He blackmailed Spinelli pretty much. And so Sam is like, why are you not paying attention to me? What are you doing these days? But he throws her off. So then Maxie shows up. And when Maxie shows up, they all start talking and about society setups and everything. And she says, well, I was actually having a lunch date with Britt, so I'm going to go over. So they all go over to speak. So then Maxie goes and she speaks to Britt, and then Cody is speaking to Sam. So Maxie speaks to Britt, and Britt is like, "What happened to you?" And she said, "We were doing damage control and deception. I'm sorry, I'm late." And she says, "Oh, well, tell Sasha, she has a friend. She has friends, you know." And so then we see that she's like, "So you're going out with Cody again?" Because she shows her like what Cody gave her, and she realizes that Maxie was a part of this. She said, "You going out with Cody again?" She was like, "He's a nice guy and everything." So then we see Sam, because Sam, and when Sam Spinelli and Maxie had talked earlier, they had said Cody was a nice guy. He was Dante's friend, and Spinelli told him, "Y'all have this man all wrong." So then when we see Cody, Sam, and Maxie talking, and Sam mentions the fact that Spinelli was giving Cody the evil eye, and they're like, "Why would Spinelli feel that way about you, Cody?" And he was like, "I have no clue." And so then we see Spinelli go to Britt, and he tells Britt, "You cannot go on another date with Cody." And that's the end of them, you guys. So then we move on to Dante and Chase, and he's just letting Chase know, "Hey, I talked to a buddy of mine, and it's not looking good for you to get your job back." So as they're speaking, Lynx comes up, and he's like, "I need to speak to Chase alone." And Dante was like, "Get out of here. Like, you're the reason he doesn't have his job." And I say, when you think about it, the nerve of Lynx to be the reason this man can't work, but then be like, "Yeah, I want to manage you." Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? But anyways, Chase tells Dante, let him speak to Lynx. So he does. And Lynx tells him, "I got you a gig at the Savoy, and I can get you in the Mercury Room in New York. I could do things for your career. I could help you out or whatever." And so while he's talking, Brooklyn comes up. And when Brooklyn comes up, she tells him, "I can write you songs. I mean, I can't get you." And because Lynx he's backed by a lot of a machine, like the music machine and everything, so he can make a lot of moves for him. And I said, "You know what? I don't understand like Brooklyn being like, I can't do this, I can't do that." I'm like, you got Quartermaine money. If y'all wanted to, you could get you could buy studio time. They could do stuff and everything. So I don't know. It's on one hand, the Quartermaines seem like, "Oh, we have this money and everything," but on the other hand, they act like, "Oh, we can't do anything." We're like, you're not struggling, you're not broke. You could help. So then we see, and I'm not saying that it's because I get why Brooklyn is doing that with Lynx and Chase, but I'm just saying in general, sometimes they act like they don't have the means to do things when we know that they do. But then other times they're like, "Yeah, we got that long." I'm like, which one is it? All right. So then we see Lynx and Chase, and he tells him, "Okay, you could cut the act." And Chase is like, "What?" He says, "I know, I was, you can't play a player." And then we see Dante go up to Brooklyn, and he's just like, "Congratulations. Like, I know a con when I see it. So what are you and Chase up to?" Then we move over to Sasha, and Sasha is with Gladys. And she just tells Gladys she was tired, and she would do it to Smokes again because she's tired of everyone exploiting her. Look how, like she said, Sienna, Smokes, like all these people, all they just wanted to do is get a story off her, get an emotion off her. And I said, y'all are right. Somebody had said that they are treating Sasha like Britney Spears. And that's how this storyline really is going. That they're really going towards like a Britney Spears storyline, because I remember, because I was because she doesn't really make music now, but when she drops, like, because we're around the same age, right? And I remember getting the Skechers magazine, and Baby One More Time was in there, and I was like, "What is this?" Because that's how it was in there as a CD, like that's how long ago it was. And I remember being like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." and it was just like seeing this downward spiral of Brittany, and then now they've done that with Sasha or whatever. And so she was tired, and so I get it. It's just always someone wanting something, wanting a reaction. They want that moment so that they can say, I got it, and she's tired of it. And so Martin talks to Brando, and he's like, listen, your girl is on some serious charges. Some of them I can get dropped, but some of them I cannot. And she's gonna do some time or whatever, possibly. But there's one thing we can do to help her. And he's like, what is it? Whatever it is, we can try it. And he says, put her in a guardianship. And I said, oh my gosh, this is just like Britney Spears. And they said, put her in a guardianship. And once we put her in that, you would have control. He would have more of a responsibility, conservatorship, if you want to call it that. And so Brandon was like, I don't know if Sasha would go with that. And the only reason they're saying this is because Sasha is so out of it. She's not. Martin said, I can't even really get her to speak to me and tell me what's going on, what's wrong. And he said, that's not going to play well in court. So he said, if we got her this conservativeship, she could possibly get out of jail time and everything. And Brando doesn't want her to go to jail, but he's not 100% sure about this. So Martin says right now, so when Gladys and Sasha comes up, he tells Sasha, right now, you're going to arraignment, and then we'll worry about our options later. And because Gladys is like, what won't Sasha want to do, or what are you concerned about? And they were just like, let's not worry about that now. And then Brendo tells Sasha, I promise everything's going to be all right. And she said, you promise? And he was like, yes, it's going to be fine. And y'all, that was General Hospital Day today. It was a solid episode, but it really was focused on, I at the end of the episode, I said, oh, this episode was mainly about Sasha. It had a little bit, it was about Sasha and Britt. That's what the episode was mainly about. But it was solid. It was a solid 7.5. And that was General Hospital Day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is the weekend, y'all. So be sure that you, it's Friday, yay! Be sure that you stay blessed, be safe, and I will see you Monday for new episodes of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital. Bye.